Here we got Jeff's
29 Model A Sedan, all 95 Mustang GT running gear. Not traditional. It's got a tubular A-arm front end. It's airbagged all the way around. Most traditional guys are running straight axles, right? But I've already been through all that. So got a rack, non-power assist rack. It's currently, this is based off of a 95 GT. It's a 331 stroker, roller cam Ford motor, small block Ford. It's got a trick flow heads. It's a 170cc heads with a 61 chambers, and these are 390s. They're actually small 390 4 barrels vacuum secondaries, and I'm putting out about 450 horse. It's got Howard cam. It's got roller rockers and high performance springs on the valves, obviously all that stuff. But for the most part, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, they got most of the stuff that you need. So very dependable car. I didn't build the car. This car was built by Carl Arft in Lapeer, Michigan, and he built it right side drive, just to kind of be different. When you look at a Mustang 2 front end, the steering rack is on the front of the cross member, and the steering linkage goes up to the firewall on the right side. He'd mounted the rack on the back side, and so when he did that, he flipped it and he made the car right side drive.
Does it affect with like registration or anything?
Not at all.
Dang.
The beautiful thing is when you're going down the freeway in the fast lane passing everybody, you get to be in the picture.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Dang. Now that just gave me an idea to do mine right-hand drive.
Yeah.
Right? Since I'm gonna redo everything anyways.
Yeah. They do them Volkswagens. They convert Volkswagens. I mean,
for some reason I thought this was a mail car back in the day.
no.
Wow, that's cool.
So the car's all Ford except for the wheels. The wheels are Dodge. Those are a 16-inch rim from a Dodge Wayfarer. I'm running these tires are a bi-ply look, but it's a radial sidewall. You can buy these smoothed out from Diamondback tires, and it's a 16-inch tire. So that's what's running there. Disc brakes. In the back is a 20-inch steel rim. This tire is a spare tire from a 2005 Dodge Ram. When I got this car, I actually bought this car off of eBay in 2005, and nobody was really running these tires yet. Now if you go and you look like Village Customs, he runs these tires a lot. The thing about this rim is you can flip them around, you can run them on backwards. It gives them a little bit of offset. These are actually running a big spacer. It's got the brakes, the rear rotors are from a 1-ton Ford. They're 11.5-inch rotors, they're big. It's got a 9-inch Ford with a track lock, and it's got a 350, basically it's a 350 posi rear end, and with the 5-speed. It's kind of nice because at 80 miles an hour in 5th gear, you're about 2,300 RPM. So you're just running on the two barrels. I get about 14 to, on the freeway, maybe 16 miles to a gallon. When I'm in it, I get down to somewhere around 9.
How big's the gas tank?
13-gallon tank. It's 13. Buried back there.
Oh, so when you pump gas,
I just put it right through my window, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you could open this up, but they fit through here. It's not too nice on the paint, but it's all right. The body's actually starting to crack, and so I'm going to have to start grinding up the paint job anyways to fix it. Just how it goes. Now, I've had the car 19 years. I've been driving it pretty much nonstop for 16 of those 19 years. Used to commute it 70 to 80 miles a day in the Bay Area for 10 years, and I just love it. It creates a lot of peace for me. I'm probably the mellowest I ever am is when I'm riding my choppers or driving my hot rod.
I saw from photos that you took a big road trip from the East Coast to here, right?
Yeah, I did. I had wrecked the car doing stupid shit. And so I sent the car back to Carl, who originally built it. And he built me an all brand new chassis. And then instead of shipping it back, I went to Detroit. My kid and I, we drove from just north of Detroit to Florida, down Highway 26, all on 2-lane roads and small 4-lane highways, no interstates at all. And we camped out at state parks every night with our camping gear. And then I left him in Daytona and went across to the Gulf Coast, across Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, went up through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and home. It was 4,600 miles in 10 days. And I was doing about 420 miles a day or something like that. The last day I did like 600 miles. I went from Phoenix to back here to California in one day.
And you say you slept in like parks and stuff, right?
Yeah, state parks. Yeah, like $8, you know, $8 for a full hookup and a shower.
Wow.
And you know, this straight headers, there is no listening to music. You just got earplugs in and you're just listening to the motor. And what's interesting, I was out in like the middle of Florida, and I'm thinking, God damn, I don't even have a jack. What happens if I get a flat tire? Yeah. You know? So the next stop, you get like a can of Fix-A-Flat, and it was things like that you know it was happening. So it was kind of cool.
Oh, I didn't realize that mirror is right there.
Yeah, well, because if you try mounting a mirror inside the car, then it hangs down in front of the windshield, in the middle of the windshield, to look out the back window. And that really impedes what's already an impeded view. So I started mounting my rear view mirrors off my tunnel ramp. That way I can see out my back, and it's still, and I got about as much vision as I'm going to get. So it's kind of a cool thing. People realize it, like, oh my God. The new frame is built a lot differently than the original frame, and it uses all polyurethane bushings on the 4-link. Polyurethane bushings on the motor mounts now, so they're pretty solid. And yeah, air ride, air suspension. It's got a compressor and a small tank that's hidden right underneath here.
Did you ever get pulled over in this car?
I've only gotten 2 tickets in 19 years.
Wow.
I got one in Redwood City for an illegal U-turn. The other one was going out of Morro Bay. Highway Patrol got me doing 101 in a 65 on radar, but he only cited me for 70.
No seatbelts, right?
No seatbelts. Not required.
Yeah, back then there's no seatbelt in that 29.
You know, it's 2,000 pounds, so technically it's supposed to have some kind of fenders on them, but you know, they don't. They love it. If you're not, I'm not stupid, right? So I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. So I'm never intoxicated when I'm driving. If I'm doing something, they might get me for exhibition of speed. They might get me for reckless driving, but the one thing they're never gonna get me for is a DUI. And what do they care about? DUI.
Yeah. How about the pipes? Did they ever get you for being too loud?
No, it's awesome. Want to hear it?
Yeah, of course. Is there an e-brake on this?
No. It's got a frame. If you look right now, it's on the frame rails.
Oh, so that's pretty much your e-brake.
Yeah. I used to have a I used to have a Scotty dog. It was a 1930s paperweight. And it was a Scotty dog with his leg lifted up, and he had a little dick, and it looked like he was pissing. I'd say that's my dog pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
And we used to have Labradors, and my wife's like, why do you have a Scotty dog? Why don't you have a Labrador? I'm like, well, if you can find me a Labrador pissing in the wind, I'd put it on. But when I got in a wreck, it snapped off, and I didn't realize it. So this is the new iteration of, you know, every Model A's got to have a radiator ornament, right? So
Yeah.
a hood ornament.
That's cool.
So that's mine.
Where'd you get this?
eBay,
Oh, nice.
like 20 bucks. It's actually the second one. When I was coming across country, the first one, the cap vibrated off. And before I could pull over and stop, I was like coming through Florida. It dropped down and I ran over it. I got it somewhere and the finger's bent. So I just kind of keep it as a memento of my trip. And I bought another one, and so it's mounted on there.
How does the car stop with the disc brakes?
It stops really good. It's, I mean, it's, you know, they're not power. It would be nice if they were power. If you look in here, it has, there's 3 master cylinders on the floor there. So 2 of them, they got dual master cylinders, one for the front, one for the back. So if one fails, I still got brakes. And then I got a hydraulic clutch.
Wow. Let's see how you get in.
The doors, obvious. Oh, for me, yeah. You know, what's really hard is when you're in town and you pull up against the curb having a right side. I don't know if you realize this is, not because the camera's flipped around, this is a right side drive car, is that if you pull too close, it's kind of like you can only open the door this far and you look like a worm coming out of a hole. But to get in, I've been doing it all my life.
So you have to air it up then to get in and out.
Well, you got to raise it up a little bit because the door will drag, but, and then this is it right here. If you do burnouts and then you hit the gravel and you get gravel stick to your tires, they pecker you in the ear. You don't realize that how dirty you get. Like if you're in the car driving all day and then you go take a shower, you just wash off black. But I love it. I love this car. I didn't build it. Thank you, Carl. I love you for building it. But what are you gonna do? I never had any place to build a car. All I can do is drive it.
And you did drive it.
Yeah, still do. I drove this car for 2.5 years without earplugs. And between that, riding motorcycles and working in manufacturing, I have tinnitus and a loss of hearing. So I highly recommend, don't be stupid, wear your earplugs.
Thank you.
PPE all the way, because these are lifestyle choices. Fitted earplugs.
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah.
Custom.
You gotta have them, there's no doubt. So.
They're reusable too, right?
Yeah, I've had these for probably, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years. I just leave them in my car. time driving a Model A.
I know.
Carl, I talked to him like a couple, I asked him questions like, cause he built the car, but then I would just call him randomly about once a year and say, hey, Carl. It's like, yeah. I'm like, I love you. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah, I love this car. And when the car went back to him, his friends were like, where the fuck you get this car from? Because he's got cars, he builds cars, and it had a California license plate. He goes, this is one my dad and I built like back in 04, 05, and it's been in California. Like, well, what's it doing there, guys? Like, he's been driving the shit out of it, and he wrecked it. Now he wants me to build him a new frame. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's sick.
There's a couple people from the Hearst ranch, probably one of the Hearst ranch employees, taking a couple friends for a ride.
You say they own what, 13 miles?
They own like 13 miles of this, yeah.
Crazy. This is the Hearst Castle up there, right?
Yeah, this is the gate. This is the gate to their Padre Blanca Rancho. So this is all their cattle ranch that they have. Down the road there on the other side of San Simeon, there's a gate to where the Arabian horses are.
Oh, wow.
And then, the family still comes up. They have I haven't been there, but a lot of people around here work for the Hearsts, either contracting or actually employed by them. And so where the Arabian horses are, they have like pretty nice houses where the family comes up and stays,
Yeah.
Not they don't stay at the castle,
Oh, the rear is on disc too, or is it on the drum?
Yeah, it's on discs.
Wow.
It's disc brakes. Those are 11.5-inch rotors from a 1-ton truck.
Crazy.
And the thing about them is the calipers are from a 77 Monte Carlo from the front.
Yeah.
And because this caliper is 1 inch instead of 3/4, in order to put new brake pads on, I have to fly cut the pad thickness on a mill. I have to fly cut them.
Yeah.
But in 19 years, I've only gone through 2 sets of rear brake pads. So the color's 2015 Escalade Pearl White. So a friend of mine in Watsonville painted the car. But it's starting to crack, so I have to start burning all this stuff back. All this stuff's getting ready to get cracked. When I wrecked the car, this pipe hit right here. That's how much I accordioned the frame. It went from here to here. That's where this dent's from. This dent is from the pipe hitting.
Wow.
Yeah. And the whole thing flexed so much that it cracked all this. All this was from the body flexing.
Crazy.
This is where the original chop is. It's had the top has been cut 4 inches, which I like. It's a little taller than most people, but I like it because you have really limited visibility.
Yeah.
So that really and it gives you some head height. But the bottom had like 6 inches cut all the way, sawzalled all the way off. And when you go home, you're gonna look at the distance on your car, on your Model A coupe. You're gonna look at this bottom. I promise you, the first time you go out and look at your coupe, you're gonna look at this bottom door hinge, and then you're gonna look at yours, and you're gonna see how much was cut off this car.
Crazy.
So it's been diced a little bit. love this car.